4 workouts a week, less than half an hour each. So that's 2 hours of training. That's pretty much exactly what my training looks like. That's what it looks like from Westside Barbell, NFL, Dorian Yates. These are all people who are just having smashing success with being as strong and as muscular as possible. And we need to take in that information and consider how great they're doing with really less. Like, they're not relying on drugs. I'm now just speaking specifically about the NFL players. They have to have a superior approach to training. So they use variable resistance, and their training is very high intensity, and it's brief. And then they spend their week recovering and growing. Like, you don't grow when you're lifting, you grow when you're recovering. Keep that in mind. That's the important part. So very hard stimulus, and then let the body respond, and that way you get stronger every single workout. Hi, my name is John. I am a doctor of biomedical engineering, and I have a unique perspective as a result of that. Today, I want to react to a training philosophy video by one of my favorite bodybuilders, Dorian Yates. So let's jump right into this.
One thing I want to address, because a lot of people bring this up and it's totally the wrong way around. Oh yeah, that's okay. You only train for 1 hour 4 times a week because you're on steroids. Yeah, it's a competitive bodybuilder, you will be on steroids. Steroids, what do? Help your recovery ability. Yeah, so if you're a natural bodybuilder who's not taking steroids and you train hard, you cannot train more than 3 or 4 times a week. You won't recover. So what you have is professional bodybuilders take steroids and they train 6 times a week. It's not ideal, but they can recover because of the help that they get from the steroids. But I was like, I would rather do the most effective training and use the steroids together rather than using the steroids to overcompensate for some ineffective training. Try to do Ronnie Coleman's training, see what happens. You'll get smaller because you will not recover from the stress. You're breaking down, not building up. You can't do that, guys.
Try to do Ronnie Coleman's training as a natural athlete and you will get smaller, according to Dorian Yates. I believe that's true. And the reason is because it's just way too much training volume. In the conversations about training volume, I probably regret not talking about steroids. Is I feel like people who follow me, they're either TRT people or they're natural people. There's not a lot of steroid users that are following me because I don't encourage that. I think that's a bad idea. Now, if you're a competitive bodybuilder, that's something you just have to do. Still a bad idea though. What Dorian is saying is these pro-level bodybuilders, they use an inefficient type of exercise and use the steroids to enhance their recovery ability so they can basically take it. Dorian's philosophy is this testosterone is just making us a little bit better than natural, or a lot bit better than natural depending on how much you take. But let's look at how natural people grow, and then he's adding that element on top of it. And that's a great point because volume training does work for people who are on high-dose anabolic cycles. I really don't know a lot of people, or really anyone, who has a high-volume approach that is a natural athlete because you just can't recover from that kind of thing. Body works differently, not as, like, you want everything to be optimized. Like, you want your nutrition to be optimized. It's another perfect example of using anabolic drugs, like if you see like a vegan bodybuilder, they are at a terrible disadvantage for not having choline in their diet, for not having enough protein of high quality that their body finds usable. But they can go take the vitamin S and still continue to, I guess, progress in some kind of way so they are successful and they look jacked. I really like what Dorian said here, like 3 or 4 times a week. Coincidentally, my friends at Westside Barbell will explain how NFL players, and they work with the strength and conditioning coaches for NFL teams, train about half an hour or less each workout 4 times a week. Now that's just resistance training. Sure, they have energy left over so they can do their drills and play their games. But that's how natural athletes train. The vast majority of NFL players are drug tested, and, well, all of them are drug tested. The vast majority are drug-free. Every once in a while, somebody tries to outsmart the system, and they're not going to because the testing is very rigorous. So they get caught. And that's how you know most of these guys truly are drug-free. 4 workouts a week, less than half an hour each. So that's 2 hours of training. That's pretty much exactly what my training looks like. That's what it looks like from Westside Barbell, NFL, Dorian Yates. These are all people who are just having smashing success with being as strong and as muscular as possible. And we need to take in that information and consider how great they're doing with really less. Like, they're not relying on drugs. I'm now just speaking specifically about the NFL players. They have to have a superior approach to training. So they use variable resistance, and their training is very high intensity, and it's brief. And then they spend their week recovering and growing. Like, you don't grow when you're lifting, you grow when you're recovering. Keep that in mind. That's the important part. So very hard stimulus, and then let the body respond, and that way you get stronger every single workout. You know, your reps, or full reps or partial reps with the X3 goes up every time. If it doesn't, and Dorian says this perfect, and that's part of the reason why he's like one of my favorite guys to listen to. He says, you take 4 or 5 days off, you return with a slightly abbreviated program. So less total sets, very high intensity, and then you will start growing every time. And also, something to keep in mind, the more advanced you become, the less training you're going to do to be optimal. Because think about it this way. When I was 14 years old and I would do bicep curls, my bicep right now is that big around. When I was 14, it was maybe that big around. So, you know, I was a skinny kid. Recovering that small amount of muscle, the body can do that very easily. Well, now that muscles get bigger, it's a bigger job to recover it. So the idea used to be that you'd start to train, and as you became more successful, you'd have to work out more. It's the opposite. You end up doing less volume, but you know, still very intense, because you got to make sure you're getting stronger every single time. I hope this helped. I'm starting to get a little bit more concise of how I explain how to get strong and big as quickly as possible. I hope it's helping everybody. Please give me a comment and let me know how I'm doing on that subject, and maybe what I could do to improve, or what else you want to hear. Thanks. We'll see you on the next one.
If this video helped you, I want you to subscribe and follow. I'm going to put out videos on a regular basis. I think they're going to help a whole lot of people, especially if you're one of those people that doesn't just instantly grow from lifting regular weights. We've got the answer for you.